Is real estate investing right for you? Are you clear on your financial goals? Stay tuned for this video to learn how your financial goals will help you answer that first question. Hello, I'm Veronica Woods from Daniel Woods Real Estate Company, where we help our clients avoid making 5- and 6-figure mistakes when it comes to buying and selling real estate in the Philadelphia area. If you're new to watching my Real Estate Wisdom blog, I publish a new video around topics related to getting started in real estate investing as well as general home ownership. I publish these videos on a few platforms. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as hitting the bell so that you will be notified as soon as my next video is published. And if you like this video content, if you can go ahead and hit the like button before you navigate away, because that really helps me know what content that you care about. And I'll make more of it. So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can match your personal financial goals with the relevant real estate investing strategies. Now, I talk to a lot of beginning real estate investors or aspiring ones, and a lot of them are worried that do they really have the right amount of time and money to be successful? Ultimately, they talk to their friends and family members who may have dipped their toe into real estate investing, and all they do is complain about crazy tenants and nightmare dealings with contractors. Now, personally, I'm actually a real estate investor, and I've always been attracted to real estate investing for a few reasons. One, there's always going to be a demand for housing. I don't care what's going on with the economy, COVID-19 or not, everyone needs a place to live. Two, it's relatively easy to understand, partially because everyone participates in housing to some form or another, and you kind of understand the trade-off between housing and value. And third, there are a lot of ways that you can actually get involved in real estate investing. It's not just one. So with that, let's review just 3 different personal financial goals and how they could potentially match up with relevant real estate investment strategies. Now, I will tell you, for every strategy, besides kind of picking a strategy, then you have to look at your budget, you'll have to look at your personal time involved, and you'll have to select a team. But the very first step is being clear on your why, and that really goes back to, like I said, matching your personal financial goal to the right real estate investing strategy. The first personal financial goal that I'll talk about is you want to build a nest egg for your child's future education, college fund, or your own retirement. In this case, I recommend that you go with a buy and hold strategy that involves single family properties. So this is building a rental property portfolio out of single family homes. I recommend that you start with a B-class neighborhood. So A-class neighborhood would be luxury, new construction, the newest, hottest amenities. B-class, good neighborhood, older home, and likely there is a equal mix, 50-50%, let's say, of owners and renters. These neighborhoods are great because you can get both cash flow as well as appreciation. Now, because your goal is to build up wealth that you'll be able to access 10-15 years plus, you would likely be willing to trade off having high monthly income now in terms of rental income to the appreciation that you can get tomorrow. The second personal financial goal that I can match up nicely with a real estate investing strategy is, let's take a person who wants to add a new stream of monthly income because they're about to go through some kind of career transition. And more specifically, let's say you have a good corporate job, but you know within the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to be ready to take a entrepreneurial leap. And as you know, when you're starting a business, it takes time, likely, to replace your previous income. So if you were to buy, let's say, a small multifamily property for rental income, that will be an alternative way to build a nice additional stream of monthly income and give yourself some flexibility as you grow your business. Now, by small multifamily property, I'm talking one within 2 to 4 units. And as far as the neighborhood, and tip number 1, I mentioned the B-class neighborhood. In this situation, I think you should also consider a C-class neighborhood. So a C-class neighborhood is a step down to what I described in the B-class. And I would say there's probably even lower level of amenities in a C-class neighborhood. And it's generally kind of regarded as the bread and butter working class neighborhood with renters. Plenty of supply of renters. So the attractive thing about starting with a C-class neighborhood is that typically there's a lower price point. However, there is also a trade-off in the monthly cash flow versus appreciation. So when you buy in a C-class neighborhood, you can count on probably the highest monthly cash flow, but less appreciation. But you know that going in. And the other thing I would say is that typically you really need to have a good system in place to be able to really collect that potential high monthly income. Now, the third and final personal financial goal that I will match up with a relevant real estate investment strategy for you is the case where you have extra cash that you feel like could be put to better work. So let's say you have cash that you can afford to put in an investment that has a higher return and it's sitting in a lower yield vehicle, or you have enough room to do further diversification. I would recommend that you consider becoming a private lender to an experienced real estate investor. Now, if you want to make a direct investment, meaning you pick the project and the investor, I recommend that you do so locally so that you can kind of keep an eye on the progress. The beauty of becoming a private lender, or essentially being a bank, is that you can be involved with real estate without doing the heavy lifting. Everybody talks about doing rehabs and flips. There's TV shows about it. But I can tell you, as a real estate professional that is involved in helping to execute flips that keep profit, it's a lot of work. And that hour that you see on TV does not tell the whole story. So as a private lender, you can benefit from that and really be able to set your own terms. Like, for example, you can decide what kind of interest you want to make. Typically, let's say between 6 and 12%. You can decide what percent of the loan to value you're willing to lend. So usually, it's safer to stay between 65 and 70% of the after repair value. Now, it's important that you do your due diligence. Very important that you do your due diligence and that you don't just give your money to anyone. So it'll be very important that you understand the project financials, as well as really checking out your potential investor partner. In addition to that, it'll be important that they have a team that is very transparent for you, or have a system and communication strategy to be very transparent to you along the way so that you know what's going on. Now, the beauty about lending money tied to a real estate asset is that if things do go wrong, you can take the property back. So you want to be prepared to have a team that can help you do that if that's the case. But it's also always good that you have another exit strategy to get your money out. Again, just in case things go left. Now in this video, I did just cover 3 real estate investment strategies. Mentioned earlier, there are a lot of them. So the important thing is to get started and to pick one that really matches your why, as well as takes into account your lifestyle. Now, I did intentionally talk about strategies that you could implement while having a full-time job. So these are things you can implement part-time. Now, if you want to take it full-time and grow it into a business, you can do that. You just have to scale. It's important to also note that wherever you are in your real estate journey, you'll always kind of continue to learn more about how to pick good investments, as well as how to manage your risk along the way based on the financial goals that you've set out for yourself. Starting slow and having a good team in place are also 2 good things to remember if you want to be successful at it. So with that, thanks again for watching another real estate wisdom video. I'm Veronica Woods from Daniel Woods Real Estate Company. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with a friend. And if you like this content and there's something that you're going to take action on and look into further right away, leave that in the comments. Love to hear that I'm moving people to take more action when it comes to real estate investing. And let's stay connected across social media. I'm always looking for new content ideas all around. As I always say at the end of my videos, helping my clients in the community keep more money in their pockets when they're buying and selling real estate.